Okay, I'll start. My intention, yeah, for the call is to sing with all of you guys, maybe go through the board and maybe look to some places to support. And my distraction is I'm eating a bit, but yeah, not a big deal. I'll pass it to Nate.
Nate, it's you.
Hello? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah, so my intentions are to just be here in this meeting, talk about comms with you guys, and my distractions are I got my second dose of the vaccine, so I feel like a truck hit me, so I'll be alright though. And I will pass it to Mitch.
Hey guys, no distractions here. Again, I'm just looking to catch up, maybe talk about some of the stuff that Nate and Marco and I chatted about yesterday. Other than that, I want to hear where everyone's at and figure out how I can help. And I showed up late. I'll pick Chewy. Have you gone?
Yeah, I'm still yet to go. So thanks, Mitch. Intentions for today: catch up, sing with you guys to get a better idea of comms and everything that I'm gonna be starting to work on in the following weeks. No distractions today, and yeah, I'll pass it to Livia. Just came in.
Hello, everyone. Just intentions and distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, my intentions are to catch up. I haven't been to this call last week, and also to talk a little bit about the mission, vision, and values, and how to promote them, and kind of what we're thinking. And distractions that I'm just finishing sending a few things during this call that are mostly present. And I'll pass to Nate.
Nate is gone yet already.
I can take it. It's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Intention for this call is to sync and bring some updates. And also, yeah, that's it. And distraction that I'm in a bus going back home, so you will probably hear some background noise. And I have also a quick question. Have you always been blonde, Marco? And I will pass it to you.
That's a great question. Yes, actually, when I was a kid, I was totally white hair, like fully white. But now it's getting darker and darker, so I need to go to the hairdresser to make it blonder, you know. And yeah, intentions. A couple of items in the agenda that I brought up today. So what Mitch said, maybe just a quick update on the content production and distribution things that we were working on. Looking to hear what you guys have. Welcoming Chewy. Chewy is going to be helping us in the communications with some PMing stuff, so he's going to give me a hand on that. So everybody, warm welcome for Chewy. Give him a hug. Thanks a lot for joining. And yeah, that's basically it. And I pass it on to Tam.
So my intention is to spend an hour with some of my favorite people in the world. And I think your hair looks great, Marco. And my distractions is, I've been wanting to send praise for just carve out 30 minutes to send praise for the last 3 days. And it's just not happening. So I'm feeling bad about myself for not praising enough. And I'll pass back to you, Marco, because I'm not sure who's next.
Sorry, I passed it on to Jake. I was muted, sorry. Jake, go ahead, if you're here.
Or is this just intentions and distractions?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't make last week's comms, so I'm gonna see what's up with this one as my intention. Distraction, actually, it's pretty nice morning so far. What's up, Zap?
Oh, I already went. I'll pass it to Griff.
This is a great way to pass it. I'm very distracted by all the awesome memes in the CSD dev channel. Oh my god, we had a little meme party just a second ago. I'm still kind of buzzing from it. That and like my 5th cup of coffee is probably also buzzing me. But yeah, intentions for the call, just to talk about the importance of the ramp up, the hatch freeze, and the voting, the rock the vote like attack, and making sure that that gets added into our plans. And I'll pass it to Marco to pass it for me.
Everybody's gone already, so that's back to me, I guess. Or maybe we can just start with the updates from Eduardo. You said you want to give some updates, or not, or yes?
Yes. It's a quick update. Basically, I spoke with Manu, and he basically set up a deadline for the pieces by Friday, because he also expressed that he wanted to have them ready for this sprint. So they will be ready by this Friday. The ideal scenario is that the pieces, the rest of the content pieces, will be also ready by Friday, so we can sort of align them at the same time. So that will be the intention. Yeah, that was the quick update. Back to
Yeah, okay. I also got an update from Manu last week regarding the video and all the issues that he's got, and he kind of said to me that it's going to be a little bit delayed. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait on that, I guess.
Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday. That was, and he seemed to found himself on a deadline by Friday.
Mhm.
So we will see.
Mhm.
Hopefully he can make it.
The deadline for what? For the video?
For the content he's creating, yes.
The video
Um,
or a different content piece?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing the Y video, and he's doing the diagrams of Jeff.
Can I add something very quick?
Go ahead.
I actually today set up delete the old phone number of the Twitter account and make it with Google Authenticator. And it would be super cool, like if someone else, I send the Google thing, and so if my phone is lost, we don't lose the information. Yeah, just that.
And yeah, and I would just add to that. So Zep created this Keybase groups where we can securely exchange those credentials. So I really recommend everybody to just join the Commons groups. If you need any credentials regarding the Twitter, the Medium, the Google, whatever YouTube we're using, if you go into that group and click on the chat, there's a pin message who you need to reach out, who has the credentials. That person, please ask that person credential, they will give it to you. Once they give it to you inside the encrypted chat, you can then afterwards delete that message so it doesn't get compromised or whatever. So that's the only way to like have maximum security. It's not like ideal, I know, but it's like better for the security if we just do it inside a Keybase to request instead of like Discord or Telegram or I don't know what else not. And yeah, thanks Zepti for the two-factor authentication for the Twitter. That's amazing. So whoever
Good
needs
question.
that, please, yeah, go ahead.
Does that mean that Ivy has access finally to the Twitter DMs?
Zap, can you confirm that?
I didn't spoke with Ivy, but yeah, I can contact her.
She did reach out to me regarding the Medium because like she was a little bit confused where to post and then where to get credentials. So that's how we got into this whole thing. But yeah, like Zap, you can then confirm with Ivy if she can then access those DMs.
Yeah, she got access to the Medium. We did a meeting with Nate. Yeah, like the blog post is posted and everything. But yeah, we didn't talk anything about Twitter. But yeah, I'll talk to Ivy.
Good. Griff, you want to say something? Or no, Edu?
Not just a quick question. Shall we like have a list of people who have access? Because I have access, but I don't know if it's on somewhere, or should I say that I have access or not?
Yeah, it's on the Keybase. Yeah, and it's your name in there.
Yeah, and also it's important, like whoever is asking for access and has been given credentials and can access either of our channels, please do mention that to Zaptimus, so he can, like, it has this list of people who have access. So if anything goes bad, which won't, but for security reasons, we just have a list of people who have had access to anything. That's everything about this. Anyone has any questions about that, or? 3, 2, 1. No. Okay. Got it. Okay, we can just continue, since someone mentioned the accessing to Medium, and I was speaking to Nate. I guess that was around content production and distribution. This Monday, Nate, Mitch, and I did a quick hack session on this, and made the next steps. So basically, we're taking this like agile approach. We're gonna just like learn by doing and improving the process. Mitch, you want to just give a quick update on that, or Nate, to you?
Yeah, sure. I can just explain it, and I'm sure if I say something wrong, Nate or Marco just correct me. But I don't know if all of you have seen the content distribution process Send Hub board.
Yeah, and we did, just for your record, if you were not on the last week's call, maybe you were, I don't know. We did a quick demo on that.
Okay, good. So I don't need to show that. Okay,
Nope.
So we were figuring out just how to like assign people to like get involved in moving stuff down the pipeline, who decides what gets approved for writing, what doesn't get approved for writing, and what the criteria is going to be for that. So the three of us were getting together. We wanted to start making some working groups for that. If there's people that want to get involved with that, I think it's really important that we try and get a couple more brains in here to help figure out how we're going to push that along. What I did yesterday was I made some teams on the GitHub organization. Hopefully then that'll clarify some things of like getting feedback and getting review for documents that are going to be published. So, I mean, you can just tag teams in there and it should go to the right people. That's what I did yesterday. And we're looking for more feedback, we're trying to say, on the process.
Yeah, I just jump in here again, and regarding, like, we were discussing the first step where something is published or created under ideas and requests, and how does that move into the approved stage, and like how does that move then further to someone actually starting writing that. So obviously at this early stage we're gonna need involvement from everybody, across all working groups, until we like scale and there are more and more people who will be willing to contribute that first step. And also the later stage, we need editors and reviewers for the EG. So for timing, I think what Mitch said is like, if there's a piece that needs to be written or whatever content needs to be produced, whichever working group we believe is like relevant should be reviewing that, we can just tag that working group, and whoever like is inside that team will get notified, and if has some time can contribute to with comments or whatever to that issue.
Yeah, I think like the main thing is that we don't want a situation where we just have like a small group of people kind of being the arbiters and like deciding what doesn't get written or doesn't get to be published or anything like that. So like we're trying to open it up here and get the ball rolling on this. The other thing too is that we need some people to keep the stuff that we're writing focused and make sure that we're not constantly rewriting the same content, because we're wasting a lot of energy on that, just like explaining the same thing in different corners. And so some people who like have like a big brain knowledge of like where everything lives, what's already been written, and then we can focus our energy a bit more efficiently.
I added 2 issues yesterday. I think it maybe be helpful to see like a real world, like how it goes through this process. I'm still not quite clear on it. So I don't know if you guys do have like a working session towards it. I'd like to join if the timing works out. Because I'd love to be more clear on what the process looks like.
We have a recurring meeting that we set up yesterday. It's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern time every Monday. I don't know what that is your time, Tam.
6 p.m.
But I can also just throw your email there in on the Google Calendar invite. And anybody else who wants to come to these meetings, like, it's really important right now that we get more input on this.
Yeah, and by the way, Monday's meeting, I did post that in the comms channel, so you know whoever was reading that could have joined. So it's like open, and I meant to actually call you, Tam.
Monday 6 p.m. is blocked.
Yeah,
6 p.m. every Monday is blocked for me, but
we could potentially change that. It's just this was like but whatever.
I guess what I want to make sure is like I'd like to start using this process, so adding all the issues there instead of I went back and forth like, can I do TCA coordination? No, do it in content distribution. Do it. So I forced myself to do it. I added a next sprint label in that repo so that we can also plan it on the sprint board as well. So we can move it along the coordination sprint board, even though it moves in a different workflow on the content and distribution workflow. But I want, I want to be able to add things there and know that I'm doing it the way that makes the most sense.
Yeah, and it's great that you actually added those two, because right now we're taking them and figuring now out how we who's going to move it to the next stage, who's going to be assigned, so like we're learning while we're doing that and like iterating and improving the process. So it's great. Everybody who has any content requirements, ideas, requests, or whatever, go to the repo. I posted a link in the comms channel. Create issues there, and we're just start using that process, and see how it goes. Yeah. All right. Any more comments, questions?
For these meetings on Mondays, can I send you my email, Mitch, so I can jump in?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, I think what Mitch brought up, it's a very good point, and we're going to talk a little bit more in SoftGov today about who are the people that have this overview to edit pieces, or what is the expertise needed for each type of piece, and how can we have that information like super available for everyone. So yeah, we'll just a note that we'll talk about this more in depth, and that the intention is that always there are more and more people in this position.
Yeah, and the thing is having the teams there on the GitHub should make it really clear for like when you're ready to pass it off, you just have to tag the team and they should pick it up, theoretically.
You mean adding roles to the GitHub? Can we do that?
Yeah, so they're just called teams, but it works the same as roles would work within Discord. So you can tag a team and it would tag everybody in that role. So, SoftGov or transparency or editors or however you want to customize it.
Oh, and I just had to share this news with you. Dan sent me a message. He won't be able to join our call, but he said there's already 99 email subscriptions logged to the TC CRM. That's woohoo! One more and that's 100. So nice. All right. We need to add that another 0 to that 100 to be next goal. All right. Any more questions regarding the CPD process? No, I just shared another link to the teams. So please, in the steward channels, in the comms channels, click on the link, find your working group, add yourself to the team, and then that way, when you use the mention at TC comments / your working group, all the people who are in the team will get notified. So yeah, please do that. All right, that's that. Next, my agenda that I put there is just I want to amplify 2 things, and the number 1 is transparency Medium post. Please go ahead, retweet, share. Click and hold the clap on Medium until it gets to the 50 claps. It's important. And then the second thing is the mission vision token log thing. So that's there are links. Please go to the token log, create your vision, and just do that, please. So to keep things moving forward. Livia, if you want to add something to that, please go ahead. If not, I just wanted to amplify this.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, so Griff and I talked about this today, that it would be really cool to have a ramp up from comms to this process, not only putting the spotlight on the mission, vision, and values, but also in the concept of community decisions, just as we're moving to the community choosing the parameters. This is like the first of a run of initiatives where the community is having the voice, and also to explain how this token log works, how is the quadratic voting metrics, and what is the concept behind it, to amplify another governance tool, and the importance this has, and how is it going to work with the tokens that we're using as well, because it's going to be a mix of impact hours tokens with the C-Stacks core that will produce a third token that is the one people will be able to vote with. So explaining a little bit the mechanics, Griff said he already talked to Mitch, and that maybe there's something in the pipeline there. And then we discussed about the dates and a little change in the narrative of how we're going to go about voting. So there was something that I was holding the flag by myself of let's vote on the weekend. And you worked for a little bit back then when we only had one voting stream, but now we have so many. So you can't really ask these things on tokenlog because it's all open. People can vote at any time. So we just decided to put a deadline. And this deadline is going to be the SoftGov call of the 16th. Was that it, Griff? The 6th Tuesday, not the next one, the following.
I think that's the 13th.
The 13th.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the 13th. Okay.
Can I make a proposal that we tell everybody April 1st?
That sounds pretty good.
Better do it quick.
Voting for mission vision values ends today, right? On April 1st. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Jake, you should do that.
No, make a fake proposal and then tell them this one won, like a troll one, and tell them on the first. Be like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, token engineering for DeFi profits.
Yeah, virtual
that
casino.
would be a great way of stamping our message. People would be like, "What the fuck? Let me take a look at this." And wow, we have your attention.
Yeah, JP Morgan makes $2 billion investment.
Becomes C-Stack whale and pushes the vote their way.
Sponsored by Walmart.
Okay, I want to bring it back to Olivia's original point, though. I think the mission, vision, values. I don't think I can overstate this enough. This is the most important thing, that piece of content we're going to create, and we're doing it through community vote. I don't know of any DAO that's ever existed that's had a community vote on their mission, vision, values before they launched. This is super cool, and really aligned with our values and the message we want to create of ending the crypto technocracy. Most of the time, the DAO is just an opt-in. Hey, here's our mission, vision, values. Do you want to participate or not? We're doing it differently. We're saying, hey, token engineering community, what are our mission, vision, values? You propose. Let's all vote. Here's the process. And it's clean. Feels really good. We need to make sure the rest of the community understands how good this is. No one's done anything close to this before. So, and I would say the mission, vision, values is the most important vote. Like, it'll have more. We can change the parameters later. Yeah, we can change the mission, vision, values later. But honestly, this will set the scene for our culture, and it'll determine, like, the hatchers. This will be the first thing they read. The same with the proposers. This is huge. So we need to make it huge too. Pep talk ended. I guess the other piece. The other piece is that the hatch freeze is basically there. The blockers are gone. So this is also like a really good way to start the ramp up, like Livia said. We're starting the ramp up to the hatch. We're going to be able to pick a date probably in a week or two. So this is like, it's happening, and this is probably the first like big, like, engagement opportunity for everybody.
So here's the strategy. We're going to get the most submissions we can this week. And then we're going to start reaching out to token engineers, to people that are already hatchers. It's going to be like a first opportunity of engagement. And also to the people that participated in the first draft of the mission, vision, values, that are like Trent and Zargam and Angela and that whole crew. So we have until like the 16th to have all these applications there. And then we're going to point everyone to SouthGov to finish these votes in that session. So the Tuesday, the 13th, it's going to be like, here in this call, we're going to close the votes. And we're going to see in the last 5 minutes if there is a winner. And then if there is a winner, that is the moment it's going to be like called out. And if it has any type of like multiple people on top, more than one proposal, then we're going to have 2 days between this Tuesday and the Thursday to promote the hell out of it and have in the community call like another big call for the new vote that will be like to decide finally the winner, the one winner.
Yeah, and that vote will last until the next SoftGov call. So the big thing here is during those 2 days, the community stewards are going to have to like figure out what the hell the top 3 proposals really are and actually analyze the data if there's a runoff vote. So those 2 days will give us that time to say, hey, these 3 to 5 issues are the ones that we're actually going to vote on, these 3 to 5 mission, vision, values. And there might be some scrambling of like, hey, these 4 are almost exactly the same and 2 of them got a lot of votes. Hey, can you 2 just like merge your proposal and make it one? There's going to be a lot of these kinds of weird things that we have to sort out in those 2 days. And then we'll just close all the issues, and tokenlog will only show the ones that people can vote. Marco, you looked like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to confirm, like you just told us to confirm that there might be some issues or these proposals that need to be merged, or like look similar, or we might want to iterate on those. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we're thinking about it, we're aware of that this actually happens, and we have enough time to do that.
Yeah, this is why the stewards group is kind of the arbitrary, is kind of this soft human touch on the runoff vote. because it's too complicated. There's going to be lots of forks and lots of things, and maybe of the top 5 proposals, only 2 of them make it in, and because there are a bunch of other proposals that split votes amongst each other, that ended up being really high, but they split the votes. So
Okay. Got it. That's the hash freeze and voting that you wanted to talk about, right?
yes, and
Anything
then
else?
also, yeah, Jake and I and the Params team are making real progress on the hatch dashboard, and that should be coming out probably. I would say, Jake already did a video on how to make it, on how to make proposals, and we are working on. I think we're working on like a how-to thing, but this should be coming out next week as well. Sorry, Jake, what do you want to say?
Well, yeah, I have that post. You gotta finish screening it or tearing it to pieces. One of the two.
As I do. Cool. Yeah, so it's just that these are the 2 big. I imagine that there aren't going to be too many other. Like, these will probably dominate a lot of our comms focus in a couple weeks. Next month, honestly.
All right. Any clarifying questions from everyone, or anyone wants to go back to any subjects that we talked about before?
I just threw something else on the agenda. And it's
That is
Nate's finishing the blog post. It looks really great. And then I think there was just one question around what phrasing can we use for the thank you to Gitcoin grants? Do we have anything to share in the blog post, more specific data around how much we raised or how many people participated that we can add to the blog post?
We didn't spam and take anybody's money.
So I actually made an issue in Gitcoin the other day because it's like really hard to see how much money you raised in that round, and like it's hard to understand the data that is there, and I don't think it's their fault. I think they are doing that. I haven't actually seen how they responded to the issue, but I think it's because they were massively attacked because of all the airdrop opportunities that you get for when you trying to Gitcoin. So all sorts of people had different strategies on how to get their addresses on the list while doing as little real donating as possible. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're still scrambling to really get us results. But that said, there's also a thank you template that I'm going to grab from the comments.
all right. Anything else? I guess no. All right. I don't have anything else on my agenda. So, yeah, that's basically it from my side. If anyone else has anything or wants to spend another half an hour with whatever, that's fine. Otherwise,
all I can there's just for awareness, the Common Simulator blog post should be coming out sometime this week, and it's super awesome. We did a meme party and came out with some great memes in the CSD Dev channel. So that's cool. I feel like meme parties are just like they're everything. I don't even know why we have comms meetings. We just need meme parties. I guess we need comms meetings to figure out the topics for meme parties. So I love meme parties. That's all.
I threw another thing in the agenda, which
I noticed.
They're
Go
just
ahead.
coming to me at the end of this. Our spotlight for Thursday. I sent a call for help in our Discord channel and the stewards, but Griff has a really great idea for our spotlight for Thursday. And if not, if that one doesn't come through, maybe we should sort of reevaluate how we're planning these, because it seems like every week we're sort of scrambling for someone. And maybe we can just create a list of potential projects and start slotting people in like 2 weeks ahead. Or any other ideas on how we can make sure that on our community sync call we have a spotlight, lined up a week in advance.
We could talk about them in the Hatcher calls. It's a good time to ask if you have a project you would love to see pitching, someone we could reach out, something like that.
Yeah, possibly. I think what's the struggle is now is that we want the people that do the showcase to have submitted a proposal, and we've kind of gone through all of those now. So maybe we need to open it up to even people that haven't submitted proposals or that might potentially submit a proposal, or just not have the spotlight. But I like the idea of at least somebody in the community sharing their work, even if they're not haven't submitted a proposal yet.
Yeah, I like that too. I don't think the proposal is needed.
Maybe it's desirable, but not necessary. So anyone that has ideas, please start filling that, responding to the Discord or adding them to the issue so that we can start planning in advance to have someone.
Yeah, and reaching out to them and getting them. CAD EDU is a no-go. Maybe next week.
Yeah, cool. Good to know. Well, we'll add that to the list. It's the first one on the list now to keep asking. Okay.
I could try to get Giveth as an emergency backup. I could do Giveth. But I really don't want to. Please don't let that be an escape hatch for you not to reach out to people.
All right. Well, that's done. Nothing else on the agenda you want to get this minute?
I saw there's a Chewy intro. I didn't add it, but did I miss
Yeah, I
that?
did.
I joined a little
No,
late.
yeah, I think so. I mean, I introed Chewy before, but I could do it right away here at the end of the call. So Chewy's joining us. He's going to be helping me, us, everybody, PMing for the comms. And yeah, so I guess Chewy is our first comms weekly. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. We're going to be, collaborating, staying in touch, reviewing all the stuff that we worked on previously and we're going to be working on in the future. So yeah, Chewy is going to be hanging with us in the future here.
Welcome, Chewy.
Thank you. Thanks all. I've been getting a little bit of everything lately, and just when I started to feel more confident, just the work that you have done, Marco and Jessica, is just awesome. So I really look forward to catch up with that. One-on-one meetings with Jake and Griff have helped a lot. I have one scheduled for later with UTEM. So yeah, if at some point, Marco, you have a free hour, or anybody else wants to spend some time and help me get a hold of everything, yeah, just feel free to send me a message. And I appreciate all of you guys' time, and well, thanks for this first Comms Weekly meeting.
No, thank you for joining. Oh yeah, and then if Chewy is gonna having questions to any one of you, please do answer him, help him to get to know everything faster, smoother, and get all the information needed. Please help him, assist him, be responsive. Thank you. Love you all. Big hugs. All right, that's it. That's everything. I'd say we call it, and earlier. We end this meeting earlier. Everybody has 20 more minutes for whatever you want to do before the next call. Thank you all for joining, and see you next week.